Hi students, today we discuss about the structure of compact bone. Structure of compact bone. So based on structure of the bone, bones are divided into two types: spongy or trabecular or cancellous bones and compact bones. We already completed the structure of spongy or trabecular or cancellous bones. Today we discuss about the structure of compact bone. So this is long bone. This is long bone. This is epiphysis. This is diaphysis. This is epiphysis. So, the ends of a long bone possess epiphysis. So, anterior end and posterior end of the bones are called epiphysis. Between two ends of bone, between two ends of bone are between two epiphyses. Bone contains diaphysis. So diaphysis is located between two ends of bone or between two epiphyses. Between two epiphyses. So next, between epiphysis and diaphysis, another portion is present called metaphysis. Metaphysis. So between epiphysis and diaphysis, another portion is present called metaphysis. So this is metaphysis. So the two ends of bones are called epiphysis. Between two epiphyses, diaphysis is present. Between epiphysis and diaphysis, another portion is present called metaphysis. Metaphysis. Here, the epiphysis and metaphysis contains epiphyseal plate. Epiphyseal plate. Epiphyseal plate. The epiphyseal plate helps in elongation of the bone. Helps in the elongation of the bone. In adult stage, the epiphyseal plate considered as bony epiphyseal line. Bony epiphyseal line. So here epiphyseal plate helps in elongation of bone, but the bony epiphyseal line does not help in the elongation of bone. Here epiphyseal plate is made by hyaline cartilage. Hyaline cartilage, it helps in elongation of bone. In adult stage, the epiphyseal plate considered as bony epiphyseal line. It does not help in elongation of bone. Next, diaphysis. The compact bone is located in the diaphysis of the long bone. So, diaphysis contains compact bone. Compact bone. Here, the compact bone externally lined by fibrous connective tissue. Fibrous connective tissue called periosteum. So, outer surface of compact bone is lined by a fibrous connective tissue sheath called periosteum. Periosteum. Next, the compact bone or diaphysis possesses a lumen or canal. This is called marrow cavity. Marrow cavity. Next, so outer surface of the compact bone or diaphysis lined or covered by fibrous connective tissue sheath called periosteum. Next, inside of the compact bone, inside of the compact bone is lined by endosteum. Endosteum. Endosteum lines or covers the marrow cavity. This is endosteum. This is endosteum. Between, so the wall of the compact bone or diaphysis possesses periosteum and endosteum. Outer surface of the compact bone possesses periosteum. Inner surface of the compact bone or wall of the compact bone covered by endosteum. Here, between periosteum and endosteum, matrix is extended. Matrix is extended. So, between, this is TS of compact bone. TS of compact bone. This is TS of compact bone. So this is periosteum, outer layer of the wall of compact bone covered by periosteum. Next, this is marrow cavity. The marrow cavity is lined or covered by endosteum. So outside of the wall of compact bone possesses periosteum. Inner side of the wall of the compact bone possesses endosteum. Between periosteum and endosteum, wall of the compact bone contains matrix. Contains matrix. Matrix of the compact bone is solid. So the compact bone possesses solid matrix. Solid matrix. Next, In the matrix between periosteum and endosteum, lamellae is present. Lamellae is present. The lamellae which is present beneath the periosteum is called outer circumferential lamellae. These are lamellae. So the lamellae which is present beneath the periosteum is called outer circumferential lamellae. Next, the lamellae which is present beneath the endosteum is called inner circumferential lamellae. Inner circumferential lamellae. Between outer and inner circumferential lamellae, interstitial lamellae is present. Interstitial lamellae is present. Next, the matrix also contains some canals called Haversian canals. The Haversian canals that runs parallel to the bone marrow cavity. For example, this is long bone. This is wall of the compact bone. Wall of the long bone between periosteum and endosteum matrix is present. The matrix contains some canals called Haversian canals. These Haversian canals that run parallel to the bone marrow cavity. This is bone marrow cavity. So Haversian canals are run parallel to the bone marrow cavity. So this is Haversian canal. So the matrix of the wall of compact bone possesses canals called Haversian canal. Next, Haversian canals contains artery, vein and lymph vessel. This is artery, this is vein, this is lymph vessel. So Haversian canal possesses a artery, a vein and a lymph vessel. Next, around the Haversian canals, lamellae are arranged. The lamellae which is arranged around the Haversian canal called concentric lamellae. Concentric lamellae. Around the Haversian canal, many concentric lamellae are arranged. Concentric lamellae are circular lamellae. Next, each lamellae contains fluid-filled spaces. Fluid-filled spaces called lacunae. So, the concentric lamellae is formed by fluid-filled spaces called lacunae. So, many concentric lamellae are arranged around each Haversian canal. Each concentric lamellae is made by fluid-filled spaces called lacunae. The lacunae provides small structures called canaliculi. Canaliculi. So, these are lacunae. The lacunae provides small structures called canaliculi. The canaliculi of lacunae of lamellae connects the one lamellae with another lamellae and with Haversian canal. So the canaliculi of lacunae of concentric lamellae connects one lamellae with another and with Haversian canal. Next, the Haversian canal and surrounding lamellae and lacunae, collectively called Haversian system. Haversian system or ostium. So what is Haversian system or ostium? A Haversian canal and surrounding lacunae. So a Haversian canal and surrounding lamellae and lacunae, collectively called Haversian system or ostium. So between periosteum and endosteum, many Haversian systems are present. Many Haversian systems are present between periosteum and endosteum. Next, the Haversian canals communicates with another Haversian canals, and the Haversian canal communicates with another Haversian canals with periosteum and with bone marrow cavity by transverse canals called Volkmann's canals. So the Volkmann's canals connects the one Haversian canal with another Haversian canals and with bone marrow cavity and also periosteum. Next, the blood Haversian canal contains blood vessels. These blood vessels comes from bone marrow cavity through Volkmann's canals. Volkmann's canals. So the blood of the blood vessel carries oxygen and nutrients to bone. So bone is highly vascularized. Bone contains blood vessels. So the blood vessels of the bone marrow enter into Haversian canal through Volkmann's canals. The blood of the blood vessels carries oxygen and nutrients to bone tissue. So this is the structure of compact bone. Generally, a compact bone contains inorganic and organic matter. So bone contains inorganic matter and organic matter. The main inorganic matter of bone is calcium phosphate. So calcium phosphate is the inorganic matter of compact bone. Next, bone contains organic matter. The main organic matter is collagen. Collagen is a protein. Collagen is the organic matter of compound bone. So bone contains 65% of inorganic matter. The main inorganic matter is calcium phosphate. Next, bone contains 35% of organic matter. The main organic matter is collagen. Next, each lacunae Each lacuna contains one osteocyte. One osteocyte. Osteocyte is inactive cell. Inactive cell of the bone. So this is the structure of compact bone. So this is bone tissue. I will explain the another connective tissue, the fluid connective tissue in the next class.